Today on River Rat Garage, we have the U.S. Air Force Strategic Air Command Information Kit. This is a unique one of these, and here we're getting into the reasons why it is. As you can see, it's a folder with pamphlets in it, but it has the probably one of the first pamphlets on an SR-71, which is kind of interesting as we just kind of look at it. And as you can see, it has pictures. See the back side of it. And it's the most advanced. It was brought in 1966. This is a 68 pamphlet, so probably something that they gave people who went into the Strategic Air Command a little welcoming thing to show what all they happen to have in their arsenal. There's SR-71. Here's the actual pamphlet that they handed out. And with it, it has, I'm trying to do this with one hand, which is always fun. Different pictures of different airplanes, which we have pictures underneath here too of different things. And here we go into this. I realize this is probably not the very best video on this thing, but trying to do this all one-handed is kind of difficult. Most of these pictures that are in this pamphlet are replicated in the 8x10s that are 8x11s, I should say, underneath here. Here we are. Very interesting as far as Vietnam era military and the Strategic Air Command. And as we can see, them different drawings and stuff. I have several different things from the Strategic Air Command, but this is by far probably the most interesting as we just kind of go through some of these. This pamphlet is probably handed out and let you know what different things are and what they did and stuff. This is just a straight on instructional manual, as we'll call it. It explains all the different things and stuff and that they do, and the different classifications of crews and individuals. A little history on different things as far as McConnell. We've all heard of that. And it talks a little bit about the history of the Strategic Air Command. And I'm not doing a very good job of doing anything here. But anyway, it just kind of gives you a little overview. And if I have interest in this, I'll do a little bit slower version where I come in on each and every single page. I'm just right now just kind of overviewing it, so that way you people can see what's involved here, what is going on in 1968. And that's something we got to remember. That's 45 years ago? No, more than that, 55 years ago. What am I talking about? Okay, so here we go into what technology and everything was in that time frame during Vietnam, and of course the space race and all that going on at that point in time, the Apollo missions. So all this here is, anyway, there's the app book. It's been the back side of it, nothing on it. It kind of explains different things, the different terms that they use as they go through doing the thing. Well, here's the photos I've told you about. This here says it's Minuteman missile. Get this. Some of these are. This here is the headquarters of Strategic Air Command. That's probably a B-52 dropping bombs, I would think. Yep. It's kind of a cool picture. Even though we're talking 1968, it's funny that we're looking at black and white photos, which is kind of interesting in itself. B-52 in flight. The Strategic Air Command, you can tell by the paint job on it. There's refueling. These all have the USAF photo on it. And just keep going here. See what we got here. We got us there's a missile there, and a Titan II missile at that. There's a cool little picture. There's a whole bunch of pictures within this pamphlet, which is kind of interesting. I'm down here on the floor recording this, so I'm kind of keeping myself a little comfortable. Another Titan II, I believe. Here's a Titan II actually being fired. So back in, I believe this thing started, this folder, initial folder was dated 1962, so this is a 1962, I'm sure, time frame. But anyway, 68 is the pamphlet date. Here's the underground command post where they keep track of everything. And I find this one kind of interesting because it kind of shows you one of the computers there. And of course, we think today, you know, computers a thing we hold in our hands. But back then, it wasn't so easy. And they, I could go into the old computers and how they programmed them, and you know, by inserting different jumper cables to do different things. And yeah, they were quite elaborate back then. Here's a hustler, and you know, I live down by the Forbes airfield, and you know, I do not remember one of them being there. I'm sure they were. We had mostly tankers and stuff flying in there, you know, a few jets and stuff, but this one here, I don't really remember them particular ones. So here we are into an SR-71, and kind of a real cool picture. I do not remember ever seeing one of them live and in person. As far as the FB-11, I mean 110, 111, what the heck am I saying? And they were a very cool plane. Now, I do remember seeing these at Forbes, and they fly in there quite often. And here we are in the command center again, and this is in a aircraft, I believe. Yeah, it says aircraft on it. You can tell by how the rounded walls are and stuff. So this is an in-flight air command picture, which is kind of cool to look at. Here we are, the guys running out to their airplanes on a practice alert. And let's focus in on the old truck. What we got there for a truck? It looks like an International. So that's kind of interesting. And of course, airplane. And here they are refueling a, let's try to get that in focus a little bit. And here they are refueling a B-52, which is kind of cool and a very neat picture. And here we go into the people who were in charge at that point in time. This one here is James Knapp. And I'm trying to get these pictures going here. General Joseph Nazaro. And as you can see, he 4 stars on him. And General Keith Compton. I seemed like I had another one. I think I may have got 2 of them stuck together here. Zorro, Knapp. Well, I could have swore I had one of the maybe got stuck, or I just simply took it out. Forgot to put it back in, which I'll find. But what's neat about this particular one is this right here. I have never seen one of these. It's a bachelor's degree in SR-ciology. It was strategic, not R, S-A-C. I'm sorry, I got to get that right. As you can see, SACology, which is, as we know, Strategic Air Commandology. So somebody had completed the whole course within the Air Force for being part of the Strategic Air Command, and here's Nazaro's autograph there on it, 1968, and really ought to cover up the guy's name here a little bit, just that way, but I already showed it, so I guess it doesn't matter. So 68, this guy completed the whole thing, and let's go back to the back page. Anything else inside here? No. And that's the back side of it, and here we are again back to the front of this. And I hope you guys found this interesting. I collect not just toys and collectibles, but most anything, and this one here was at a garage sale this week, and I picked it up, and here it is on YouTube for you guys to enjoy. And if you guys have anything else you would like for me to spotlight, I have a collection of a lot of different things, and I'd be more than happy to show you a video on any particular thing that you seem to remember as a kid, as an adult. And if I don't have it, I'm sure one of my friends do. So I'd be more than happy to spotlight something for you guys and bring back some good memories for you. Anyway, well, thanks a lot. You guys have a nice day.